Hey guys, I'm Natalie Forté, aka the Food Magician. Now just to clear this up, I am not a chef. I'm not even close. I'm not the world's greatest cook. I'm not even in the top like 7 billion, which I think now the population is 7 billion. But anyway, that's how much I'm not a chef. It's just a nickname my husband gave me because I get creative in the kitchen. He's always hungry, I'm always hungry. I hate wasting food and I hate following recipes. So I just kind of whip something up, whatever's in the house, and he usually likes it. So he calls me the Food Magician. Now today is breakfast time and I am obsessed with eggs. So I'm gonna see what's in the kitchen. I usually always have a few eggs left, but I need to make something, you know, healthy and satisfying. So let's see what's in the fridge. Alrighty, let's see what we have. Ugh. Leftover cake. Probably not best for breakfast. Well, some people like it. But I want eggs. Let's see, how many do I have? Alright, enough for me. Let's see, I got a little feta. Oh wait. Okay, I always do this. These packages are horrible. They do not reseal, so all my corn tortillas get stale, and I hate it, and then they're gross for tacos. But I bet I can put them in my eggs and make like a version of chilaquiles or something, like white girl style. All right, let's do that. And then let's see. I love onions in my eggs. Oh yeah, and these black beans, I think they're probably almost bad, but you know what? Let me smell them to make sure they're not, and I can put them in there. Okay, they're good, they're fine. I can put those in my eggs, and then spinach I need to use up because it's gonna wilt. And I think that's good. I got my cheese, onions, tortillas, eggs, and spinach. Let's do this. I like to use canola oil because olive oil burns like when it's too hot, but I learned that the hard way many times. And I hate having an electric stove. It sucks because we just moved and I was used to gas. But now I have this lovely thing. But you know what, it's okay. It just makes cooking a little bit harder. I'm just gonna saute my onions and cut them and then saute. I like to do them like thinly sliced, but it's obvious preference. My little sister taught me to cut like this, so I'm doing it. And I just think onions add so much flavor into eggs. And you know what's funny is that my dad always put onions in our eggs when we were little, and I was like, ew, Dad, that's disgusting. I hated it. And now, sure enough, years later, I'm doing the same thing. So he likes to chuckle and be like, ha ha ha. See, I knew you'd like onions. So I just get these going until they're kind of golden brown. And then usually I go do something, like watch a little of The View, maybe do laundry, and then just let these kind of sit in there. And that's it. Alright, these are starting to get soft, so I'm going to put it on low a little, and then add the spinach, which is so good for you, as you all know. Popeye ate it, come on. And you can put as much or as little as you want. It's up to you. I kind of fill the pan because it shrinks down so much. Yeah, why not? Let's just add the whole thing and get crazy. I need my greens and my veggies. Alright, and then all you do is cover it. Let me see. I have a lid here. Doesn't really fit, but it's okay. You make do, right? So let that just kind of saute a little for, I don't know, a minute or something. And then we get to add the eggs. Right, it's getting there. It's pretty much wilted now. I like it to be a little bit more, but we can go with this, I think. And if you want, you can chop up the spinach before because it does kind of get clumpy, but I'm too lazy to do that. So, now that the spinach and the onions are all sauteed, I add my eggs. Now, obviously, you guys can do egg whites if you want, or like 2 egg whites and an egg. Since I'm just cooking for myself, I'm doing 2 eggs. My husband likes the egg white combo, but I'm going for the yolk with the folic acid because my cholesterol's fine and his is not. It's not that funny, but it is a little bit. So I know a lot of people, chefs especially, you know, beat the eggs first. Again, I skip that step. I just stick them on in there, and as long as it's not too high of heat, you're fine. And then I stir it all in. Now I turn the heat up a little bit more, and one of my secret ingredients is this bad boy right here. Never have enough tapatio or your favorite hot sauce, whatever you want. But this just adds a little kick to your eggs, or any dish really. That's about enough. Sometimes I make it really spicy. Okay, so I do some tapatio, ground pepper, and what's great when you put this hot sauce in there is you don't really need a lot of salt, because you know, we all don't need as much salt as we're getting. I like to do a little dill, totally up to you. And you can make this your own. You know, if you don't like spinach, don't put spinach in it. You know, do whatever you want. Now I think it's time, the eggs are starting to cook, to add the tortillas. I'm only going to use one. And obviously, as you can see, I'm only cooking for myself right now. You can double the recipe. Ugh, this is really stale. But I just kind of tear it up into the eggs. And you can use as little or as much as you want. Now obviously this isn't authentic chilaquiles, but it's kind of my version of it. So I just like to have fun and just, you know, it's trial and error. This could suck, but it also could be really good. So what do you know? Just kind of stir it in there so the tortilla gets moist. Don't you just love that word? It's awful. Anyway, I'm splattering. Just got some egg on my shirt, but you know what? It's okay. I never use an apron. I just kind of roll with it. So the tortillas are getting pretty soft, kind of wet, moist, all those awesome words. I'm just going to go ahead and add my black beans. I love black beans, so I kind of use a lot of them because it's good for you. It's fiber, you know. And this dish is great because it's actually healthy. It's really, really satisfying, but you have your greens, your onions, you know, eggs are good for you, the black beans with the fiber, and this will fill you up. It's so much better than, say, having like Frosted Flakes in the morning or something, and that's not going to do anything for you except make you hungry 2 hours later and probably binge at lunch. So that's not good. I like a big old breakfast because breakfast is my favorite meal of the day. You can see this is all coming together. Alright, so all the ingredients and flavors are coming together. I'm going to turn it up just a little more. I like to do all this stuff on low, just, you know, in the beginning so it doesn't burn. But then you can, you know, crank it up a little bit so the egg will cook. This is looking so good! I'm so excited! I love it. And Mexican is another one of my favorite foods. So combining breakfast and Mexican, I'm in heaven. And you can also add 2 kinds of cheeses. I still have my feta here to add, but I kind of like to add that at the end so that it just kind of starts to melt and doesn't get lost in the madness right here. So it's still cooking up, and it takes a little bit longer because the eggs, sometimes with the spinach, it takes a little bit longer to cook than normal. But just be patient and it'll get there. Oh, it's starting to thicken. And look at this. I mean, this is a big portion. Think of all those ingredients that we put in. There weren't a lot, and it was all healthy stuff. But look at all this that it's making for you, just for you. I'm going to eat this entire thing. So it's healthy and filling, what I love. Ooh. You can also get a facial if you like the steam. My mom taught me that. Opens up all your pores. Just a little side note. And then I'm going to go ahead and add my feta. It's not really enough feta. Well, it's not as, I like more feta. Let's just put it that way. But it's enough. Alright, so it's definitely almost ready. You can see it now that it's really cooked. Stirring in the cheese so it starts to kind of melt in there. I'm not saying it's the prettiest meal. You know, kind of looks like a bunch of mush, but I guarantee it'll taste good. Alright, I'm going to turn it off. It'll still cook for a little bit. I'm going to grab my plate. Wow, it's still cooking. Okay, so here we go. You've got this massive breakfast, all with goodness, filled with goodness, right here. Alright, but you know what would make this better? I know I have to have some salsa in here somewhere. Oh yeah. And I seriously have run out of everything in the house. Look at this. I have probably just enough salsa. The rim's all crusty. What you gonna do? But I could definitely use some salsa on this. Oh, and it makes it so much prettier. Look at all the colors. I think presentation's everything as well. Got the red, the green, the black, the yellow. That's it. I mean, I have to say, for not being a chef and for being out of most ingredients, I think I did pretty well. And you guys can do that too, obviously. This is not like a genius thing I made up. Here we go. Who does not want to eat this? Whoa, that's awesome. And we got the spice, cheese, the softness of the tortillas, my favorite black beans, and the eggs are in there somewhere, giving me all that protein I need to start the day.